Happy Monday, CFM. It's Coach Matt with our workout for today. Let's begin with 2 rounds through your choice of 15 calories, row, bike, or ski. Then grab a PVC pipe and a medium band for the warm-up. We're gonna do some PVC pass-throughs. On these, please just make sure elbows stay straight as you go up over the top of your head. And if you get stuck back here and feel like you have to bend your elbows, then don't go all the way back to the small of your back. Just push up against that limit of your shoulder flexibility, even if you're at the very edge of the PVC pipe. Then we're gonna do some single arm band rows. So 1 arm at a time, and I'm just rowing to my chest and trying not to rotate. So I don't want any twist of the shoulders as I'm doing this, using my core, my lower abdominals, and my back to brace against that rotation, 8 reps per side. Then we're gonna get our barbell, and I want you to do a little sequence of some front squats. So 1, 2, 3, 4 front squats, then the tall clean. Again, on a tall clean, always start up on your toes and work on pulling with your arms to initiate the movement. The legs should not jump, the legs should just get out of the way, right? So I drop into that catch position. The lower I start, the further I have to drop, the faster I have to go, and the better a drill it is for me. So if I start way up here, then I really don't have to drop that far, and it's not as good of a drill. So start somewhere between your belly button and your rib cage to get the most out of that. And then push jerks is our finish one, right? So you can do your tall clean, stand up, reset your feet, reset your hands, and then practice that push jerk, right? Drop underneath it, stick the landing, and stand tall every rep, okay? And then we're gonna do a little bit of knee hugs, 10 total, 5 per leg, quad pull, 10 total, 5 per leg, and then hip cradle, 10 total, 5 per leg, and then finish with 5 frog hops. So touch the ground with those knees bent, jump, pull the knees as high as you can, and try to land softly on the frog hops, 5 in a row of that. Your heart rate will be up, and that's good. We just finished our warm up, and you are nice and warm and loose, ready to go into our squats. Okay, so we're gonna set up for back squats and then a seated box jump, right? So back squats, follow the progression. There is 6 sets for today. On the first 4 sets, we're going to do a seated box jump. Now, on the strength training periodization that we're at for the back squats, we're in the middle of our 18-week progression, but this is the one. This is like going down to a heavy single. Does not need to be a PR 1 rep max single, but it should be heavy and close to maximal, like in that zone. The percentages are written up in SugarWOD, and anytime we're above that 92 to 95% range, it's totally up to you, and it's up to where your body's at for that day. So don't force 100% and fail. I'd rather you get 98% and make it, even if you don't feel great. Because right now what we're doing is we are accumulating volume, we are accumulating load on the body, and then as we get towards the end of the 18-week cycle, we're gonna pull off some of that load, and the strength and the performance should rise as we pull off some of that volume and loading, okay? For sets 1 through 4, we're gonna do our seated box jump. So I want you to start sitting down. We're gonna rock back slightly and then snap the feet to the ground and immediately jump, right? So as I rock back, I'm letting my hands go to the side, snap and jump, okay? So the goal is quickly getting off of the box. I would like it to have as little foot contact time as possible. So my feet are up right now, snap down and jump on top of that box. What I don't wanna do is rock back, rock forward, and then load up and jump. You see how long my feet were on the ground on that last one. Make your feet just barely pop the ground, explode off the ground, and land on top of that box, okay? So for this one, I have a 20-inch box. It doesn't really matter how high of a box you get if you're trying to get as high of a jump as you possibly can every single rep, okay? So if you jumped up to here and then came down and landed on top of the box, that would obviously be more force into the ground than if you just barely cleared the box and landed on top of it. This box is the same height, it just gives you something to shoot for, okay? All right, moving on. 10 minutes, we're doing an EOM, or every other minute, every 2 minutes, and you have a sequence of events that you gotta get in every 2 minutes. So this is a high intensity interval segment. It is not meant to be a sprint interval, but it is meant to be a fast interval. So I would like for you to push pretty hard, get a little bit of rest. Push pretty hard, get a little bit of rest, all right? As opposed to sprint and then get a huge, long, full recovery. You will not be fully recovered in these intervals. You should be very tired as you get towards the end, all right? So it's 5 burpees, so all the way to the ground, full body touch the ground, and then flat foot, jump and clap over your head at the top of the burpee. 6 box jump overs. So as I'm jumping over the box, I should land on top. I don't need to extend my hips at the top and then back off to the other side. As always, the scaled version will be stepping up and over, and that is totally fine. And you also don't have to jump off if you don't want to. You can jump up, step down. And then the last one is a goblet squat. I have a kettlebell here, but the prescribed weight is 60 and 40, so you should use a heavy dumbbell held in the same position, right? All the way down, all the way up, 7 reps. And then when you're done, we rest. At the 2-minute mark, start another round. At the 4-minute mark, start another round, et cetera, until you get to 5 rounds or the workout's over at 10 minutes. That's it for our Monday. I'll see you guys tomorrow.